Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of the Audio Drive X podcast. Before we get started on this episode, just a reminder, if you haven't yet, follow the Audio Drive X on Instagram and now on YouTube. So I'm here today with Jake and Chris from the band Gatlin Black. If you haven't listened to them, go listen to them on Spotify and where else? Everywhere you find your music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
So we're going to ask them a few kind of casual questions like we do all the other bands, just to see what their answers are and see how they kind of compare. So guys, welcome to the podcast, and thanks for, doing this interview with me.
Well, thanks for having us. We certainly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Hello, good people.
Yeah.
Hello, internet people.
Hello, internet people. Anyway, so guys, who are some of your biggest influences as rock musicians?
Well,
I'll let you go.
Go first on that one. You're quicker. All right. Well, some of my biggest influences will include Bob Dylan, Neil Young. I like a lot of the singer-songwriters kind of stuff. That's where I kind of developed my love for music, was with the songwriters. Johnny Cash, just looking around the walls right now, and people like that. But then when we get into bands and we start talking about bands, I definitely like the punk movement with the Ramones and the Clash and Green Day and Cage the Elephant, the Strokes, those kinds of bands when we start talking about collaborative people working in the room.
Nice.
But yeah, those would be some influences that have helped shape what I do.
But that's awesome, because I'm a big fan of Cage the Elephant as well, and I don't hear many people talk about them.
Yeah,
that's cool. I find they're really underrated.
Well, they might be, but they're also in the billions club for plays.
Oh, are they?
On Spotify. So,
okay.
So they're definitely, but you don't hear a lot of people cite them, maybe.
No.
But they're definitely out there. So
yeah,
it's definitely an influence on me. They have a performance where they perform with an orchestra, and I think it's just fantastic. They seem like a versatile group.
Nice. All right, Chris, what about you?
I grew up on tons of classic rock and that kind of stuff, so Kiss being a huge one for me, Leonard Skinner, Aerosmith, Zeppelin, Sabbath, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue. I love it all, but those are the big ones.
Yeah, that's definitely hear that in your guys' music too. So your influences.
Can't fail to mention the Beatles and the Stones.
Of course. Yeah.
I think
endless list.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you could go on forever.
Yeah, you guys are like me. I like anything that's kind of whatever that sounds good.
Yeah.
Anything. I don't single any band out that. Whatever, it could be new, could be old. All over the place with that stuff.
There's some bands that sound bad that sound good. Again, that punk movement. We got the Misfits.
Yeah, and that's crazy because I just did an episode on the punk movement.
Right.
And it was interesting to go through and kind of read like from its beginnings to what it is now.
Well, cool. It was cool. So like punk.
Yeah.
Punk was a big influence on me on my early days too, like especially when I, in my formative years at like 14.
Yeah.
That rebellion, that angst, that of like wanting to rebel, and like these guys were rebelling against a lot of things. Like if you listen to these punk songs, we were just listening to AFI and we noticed that there was a lot of songs with 1 minute 45.
Yeah.
They kept it short. They were rebelling against long guitar solos. I heard Green Day, Billy Joe Armstrong say that we were trying to kill the like Hotel California-esque guitar solos that went on for 4 minutes. They wanted to get their job done,
That's right.
done. And Kurt Cobain was like that too. Look at his guitar solos. He's almost making fun of it. He's like, it's sonically,
Yeah.
It's all over the place. So yeah, punk is an attitude, and I think that that's something that Gatlin Black can carry with itself too. It's
for sure.
Music's an attitude, and that helps give it sustenance beyond its message.
For sure. Awesome. All right. let's get to the next question. What would be your dream venue to play at?
Let Chris to go first because he's done some research on it. He's
Oh.
well versed in music history.
There's a few that would be cool. I'd say probably Madison Square Garden's up there,
The MSG.
you know, or
Yeah.
or you know the Hollywood Bowl, or
Classic.
you know,
Yeah.
I think of the Doors when I think of the Hollywood Bowl.
yeah, or
For
even
sure.
like one of those places in LA, you know, where
Yeah.
all the you know, like the Doors and all
Whiskey
that
A Go-Go,
stuff.
The Whiskey A Go-Go.
Rainbow,
Troubadour
And
whiskey, you know,
You know
all
what?
that stuff.
Oddly enough, like you guys are the first interview that have mentioned that, and it's always been in the back of my head. Like nobody's really talking about like that scene, all
So
the
much
LA spots.
heritage, right?
Yeah,
A lot
Yeah.
of shit happened in those. Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, the circuit.
yeah, the circuit. Yeah.
Doors were the house band at
House
the,
band.
at
Yeah.
the whiskey,
Are
you
you
know, for
kidding
a
me? Like,
period
Yeah.
of time.
Well, that's where Motley Crue kind of
Yeah.
cut their teeth, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah, for
well,
sure.
and then home to so many more acts after
Yeah.
that, Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah, it's where you cut your teeth in LA.
LA Guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Velvet
Yeah.
Revolver. And
Yeah.
I just keep listening Slash variations, but
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Those are good
It'd be
answers.
so
I
cool
like
to
that.
play there.
And
Yeah.
then Canadian venues, Massey Hall.
Massey Hall,
There's that
yeah.
Neil Young performance. I think live at Massey Hall. That's I know it's more of a. It's not really.
No, but
But it's more of a singer-songwriter or
yeah,
it's classier, you know. But
yeah.
we've played the Horseshoe. That's a fucking monumental heritage place.
The Horseshoe Tavern.
Tavern
Yeah.
in Toronto.
Yeah, yeah.
The Shoe.
Mm-hmm.
The Hip. Longed to play there and got to play there and record like a fully, completely deluxe version there.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Mhm.
The Stones have played there. Yeah, we don't need to list who played there. That's a cool stage. We got to play there, but unfortunately, we only got to play on like a new music night, which is great. Like we're not knocking.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to start somewhere, but it doesn't
True.
draw, you know,
Yeah.
the kind of crowds
No.
that we're hoping to build up.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm sure you guys will get there sometime.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Well, I didn't mean the venue didn't draw the crowds. I mean we just didn't draw the crowds.
Yeah.
So we're just not ready for that kind of venue yet. But we
Yeah.
would totally love to get there as well.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Awesome. All right. So, what would you guys consider one of the most underrated albums?
My choice would be Stone Temple Pilots' Tiny Music, songs from the Vatican Gift Shop.
Oh, okay. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's not one you really hear
The
in there.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's kind of overlooked maybe by the average person.
Yeah.
All the records are great for sure. That one just, I find just
It doesn't get
it's
the
killer
recognition.
front to back. You know,
Yeah.
it's Robert DeLeo, the guitar player of that group, used all single coil guitars to record that record. So
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
pretty sweet, and it sounds great. It's a good one. That's my pick.
Yeah. Nice.
Underrated.
Yeah.
There's so many to choose from, but that's just one.
Yeah,
That's just
there's
one
so
that-
many to choose from for sure. But when I think of underrated, I think of Ripped Off, and I think a band who is extremely underrated. Canada knows this well. Is the Tragically Hip, and unfortunately, they didn't get as big as they could have in America. They just weren't like received for whatever reason.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
whatever reason. But I think that the Tragically Hip is, but they got commercial success at least. Underrated, I would say Gord Downie. Anything by Gord Downie, because this guy is a fucking poet. He is, he has all these expressive works, unique vocal delivery, imagery, paint a picture of poetry that really makes you have to read something twice almost. You're like,
Yeah.
whoa, what the hell did he just say? Like,
Yeah.
and again, his delivery is so unique. You almost have to listen to it a few times before you understood what word he actually just pronounced.
And-
Like, it's so unique. And so Gord Downie would be my underrated answer.
So me personally, I think he's one of those guys you have to kind of see him live to understand, like you said, like his emotions, his body gestures.
All of his elements
Right?
that he's got going on.
Yeah.
It's a big picture, and there's more than beats the eye.
Yeah.
Than meets the eye, and
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So the Coke Machine Glow album, that's a fucking, if we're saying albums, that's an underrated album. I think that was like his first solo breakaway from the Tragically Hip. So it's an hour-long album.
Okay.
It's got this big pent-up line of works, and you can hear it in the live performances around the 2001 era in the Hip. He does his live vamping, where he's just improvising poetry, and some of that is brought up lyrically in these songs. So it's a really cool piece of, if you're a Hip fan, of Canadian musical heritage. And
yeah, it's really good.
And then Luster Parfait, the Postmortem Gord Downey, that's fucking amazing, done with Bob Rock. It's one of those albums where you might not understand it the first 4 or 5 listens, but you listen to it 6 times and you're sucked in for life. It becomes a part of your soul, and yeah, it's deep.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's deep.
Awesome. Good picks. What is your guilty pleasure song? Something out of your kind of wheelhouse that you enjoy listening to.
The one that I don't even want to come clean about it. I'm blanking on it. Is the Cardigans? What's that?
Love Me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Guilty pleasure pop song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's great.
Fair
I don't
enough.
want anyone to know that I like that. You know what I mean? So I'm being
That's a
honest.
good one.
So
That's
don't tear me apart.
No,
That's a good one, yeah.
no judging here. I see.
We all got red in the face as I said that. That truly means it's guilty, right?
Whatever.
Oh, fuck.
Just means you guys should like cover it sometime.
Maybe.
Hey?
Love me. Say that you love me.
I think that's a cardigan. Yeah, that's a cardigan.
So,
Yeah. What about you, Chris?
I'm gonna go with Material Girl, Madonna. Not even ashamed to admit it.
Yeah?
Fucking song rips, bud.
It's got a good beat.
Seriously.
Both
It's
supporters
great, man.
of women in the music industry.
There you
I
go.
like that about us.
Yeah, see?
No shame in that.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Rock
Cool.
and roll, my friend.
So, what would you guys consider most influential event in music history?
Well, there's just so many moments in musical history.
That's true. So many.
To pick one.
It'd be between 2 for me, but I'm gonna go with the Beatles on Ed Sullivan.
Ooh.
Their first U.S.
I have
appearance.
not heard that.
64,
Yeah.
I think.
64? Yeah.
I mean,
I think so.
I think you're right.
you know,
Coming all the
there's
way
so
across.
many, you know, but
Yeah.
Top of the pond.
slightly before that, it's got to be the rock and roll development in the 50s, you know, with
Yeah,
with
Chuck
Elvis
Berry.
and Chuck Berry and Little
Yeah.
Richard and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that would be my pick. But I mean, you know, Woodstock would be up there too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many, you know.
Cool. I like
there's-
where your head's at though, the 50s and 60s, and then what I was gonna say is something similar, which is when Dylan went electric. So I guess we're both touching on the same thing. Is when amplification came into play, it really changed the game from the acoustic style playing
For sure.
to
For
look
sure.
what we can do now.
Yeah.
Very innovative piece of machinery, the electric guitar.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you're a fan of, not to speak for you, but Electric Mud. So everyone was going fucking electric, like Muddy Waters, and
Yeah.
it was a big statement when Bob Dylan went to electric to the folk community, but worldwide it was fucking impactful. And we're
For
looking
sure.
on it now, and we're like, well, why did it mean so much? We don't get it, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess I don't know. The world needed louder music,
Yeah.
and it got it.
Yeah.
And then you got the loudness wars in the 90s, you know,
For
when
sure.
you get all these Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, everyone wants to be fucking
Yo,
louder, bigger, badder.
Yeah.
Then you get like death metal and it's fucking, let's tune lower, let's fucking
That's
play
right.
faster, let's
Yeah.
fucking
I've always said
growl,
this.
let's fucking scream.
You know, I've always said this, that there's going to be, in my lifetime, there's 2 monumental moments that have happened that have changed the course of history. One of them is 9/11, and the other one was Woodstock 99,
Right.
right? Because of the pure chaos that, you know, happened during that. And I was alive I was 15 years old when that happened.
Yeah.
And I remember the news, seeing that. I was like, So, like, to me personally, that's monumental for the shift in music when, you know, we're getting out of the 90s and you saw
Definitely, man.
the shift, right, to... And it's funny because I just kind of did an episode of... It was 90s music at a glance, and you saw the shift, you know, coming out of glam rock of the 80s. And at the end of the 90s, it was that boy band, girl band era. And then all of a sudden, Woodstock 99 happened.
A very chaotic zeitgeist.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like...
It was kind of a weird shift.
There was a new
very
metal,
angry kind
of metal going on at the
Yeah.
time too.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of angst.
Lots of aggression.
Yeah.
Lots of aggression.
And you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think of like Fred Durst, yeah, in Woodstock '99 when all the fire is going, and like,
Yeah.
he as a instrument in charge of you're not in charge of anybody, right, or of
Yeah.
anyone's actions, but you can definitely influence.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there's a controversial moment in Woodstock '99 where they're like, "Fuck, he wasn't really helping the calmness of
No,
the crowd.
no.
If anything,
He was kind of egg in the
well, I
mud.
mean, what
Yeah.
would you do if you're in that moment? You wanted to be a part. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was being a part of, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He wasn't the one
When
doing
it was
bands
just-
like Korn and Limp Bizkit and Chili Peppers and
Yeah.
whoever else played there get out. And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What
The hip?
What the hell are you gonna
Yeah.
expect?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Raging at, you know,
Yeah.
whatever time it is. You
I
got
was
no
just,
drinking shitty water and
Yeah.
I was just talking to someone who attended Woodstock '99. They were sitting over there just the other day. One of our people who got us into the music industry was Peter Sabrin. And,
Yeah.
his daughter was over here, and
Okay.
she's married to a guy in Florida now.
Oh, okay.
And he was over, and he was telling me about the chaos of Woodstock '99
Yeah.
just the other night. So it's funny that you brought that up.
I think it sticks out for, like, you know, in our lifetime. Like, I'm like, you know,
Definitely, no, that's a significant event.
yeah.
And
You'll probably never see
the
something like that
security,
again.
there's the lack of water. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was,
Yeah.
that
Or
was.
Altamont back in 1969 when the Hells Angels shot that guy at the Stones concert too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Large
All right.
gatherings,
Lots
large
of-
gatherings.
Yeah.
Lots of moments for sure.
Yeah.
Hard to organize that chaos.
Yeah. All right, cool. And for our last question, what's your guys' favorite top 3 albums?
I'm just picking some of my favorite records here, as if I'm stuck on a desert island,
Yeah,
and I
pretty
gotta
much.
separate genres.
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
So I'm gonna go with Blood Sugar Sex Magic by
Ooh.
the Chili Peppers.
Nice.
Gotta have that on there, right?
yeah,
For you gotta get the funkification out, right?
for sure, for sure. Yeah,
Funky months.
And then we're gonna go with Tom Petty Wildflowers because it's such a
Oh.
beautiful record.
yeah, yeah.
And all of these songs are beautiful and magical.
They are beautiful.
And take
Yeah.
you to places of joy.
So oddly
Yeah,
enough, that was one of my first.
And Physical Graffiti by Zeppelin.
Boom.
Nice.
It's a double album, so it's
Yeah, yeah,
know,
you get
do
yeah,
those count?
yeah,
Cheater.
yeah, sure.
Which side am I taking?
yeah, yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both forgot to list Tom Petty as an influence, but Tom Petty's an influence.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We
He's-
both got to meet Mike Campbell from the Heartbreakers at a meet
Oh,
and greet at one of his
Everything's an
Dirty Knobs
influence.
concerts.
You're
Oh,
an
nice.
influence on us right
Oh
now.
yeah.
You're
Perfect.
inspirational.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Wall colors inspiring how we talk right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
The light. That's why I turned this light off
perfect.
before we started.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. It's better.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, my top 3 albums would be something similar to what Chris said with the double album. Bob Dylan's Blonde on Blonde. That's rock and roll's first double album compiled of all original songwriters' material. That's
Yeah, yeah.
1966.
Yeah.
And that was just a year into his electric transfer. So that's fucking significant. Green Day Dookie. That was, that changed me when I heard it. It was when you're a weird fucking kid growing up and you hear someone else is going through the same shit. And you're like, oh, that's cool. And I guess that's how you get a following.
For sure.
The relatability, the resonance. And
Yep. Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Third album. I don't know. I haven't really thought of this. I forgot to think of this before you came over. So I'm just really
Okay.
doing some off the hop. And World Container by the Tragically Hip. That's one of my favorite albums, and it's been in space.
Really?
It has.
Nice.
The Canadian Space Agency brought it to space. Like I was fortunate enough to do a quick recording at the bathhouse in Bath, Ontario, outside of Kingston. The Tragically Hip owned studio, and they have all sorts of memorabilia on the wall. And one of the pictures is someone floating in space, a Canadian astronaut floating in space with the Tragically Hip World Container.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
And the CD. Yeah, it's great. So it's
that's
been in space. So
awesome.
That just goes to show how big of an influence the Hip were on Canadians.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Going back.
You definitely can't mention Canadian music without mentioning their name, you know, because some of the
Which is baffling that to touch on earlier with the underratedness. It didn't reach America. It's like we're bringing it to space. And they don't even know who they are. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's interesting.
Anyway, I'm just glad I get to enjoy their music.
Yeah. Anyways, I guess that's kind of it for now. But to all my listeners, check out Gatlin Black wherever you listen to your music. They're a pretty good friggin' rock band in my opinion. And I hope you enjoy the interview. And thank you, Jake and Chris, for
Thank you, Jordan.
Joining me and let me do this interview.
Yes, thanks, Jordan. Yeah. And for those of you listening, Modern Spirit by Gatlin Black just dropped at midnight last night. So please check out our 7-song debut EP, out now everywhere, and our official videos on YouTube.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You heard it from Jake himself. Go check out their new EP. And of course, keep following Audio Drive X on Instagram and now on YouTube. Thank you for listening and have a great day. Bye.